You motherfuckers is crazy. I said I got to talk. I got to tell what I feel. I got to talk about my life as I see it.
Biggie, Biggie.
What's the deal, people? It's your boy Real. Welcome to the Real Experience. We up in the building. We got our first guest in the building. Tattoo artist, my man Salt. Is that the truth, baby?
That's right. That's right. What's
all
good,
right,
man?
let's make sure you got the right mic, player. Get up in that microphone right there in front of you.
All right.
That's the one you want. Say what's up.
What's good, people?
All right. So we got Salt, like salt and pepper in the building. And my man is a tattoo artist.
Yeah, tattoo artist, owner of the shop MOHAWK in New York Tattoo Club. Crown Heights, Brooklyn, 1000 Atlantic Avenue between Grand and Classic.
Wow, gentrification at its finest.
At its finest.
Yes. At its finest.
That's
a few
right.
years back, maybe a couple decades back, there was a whole lot of different things going on Atlantic Avenue in St. Mark's Place.
Definitely.
And you was not out at a certain hour if you knew what was right for you.
That's a fact.
But that's what's up, man. I'm more or less like what the Real Experience is a platform for all sorts, man. I think that people could turn down a product, but they can never turn down a platform.
That's right.
And once you have a platform, you can allow others to evolve. Like what this show is more or less it's a catalyst to what the mission statement is and I think you'll enjoy this. We are here to return man to his rightful place. Mm-hmm. Head of the household, leader in the community, example to the youth. We've gotten away from our responsibility. That's why you see the attire is always what it is.
That's right.
Our appearance is the first thing that people see. And a lot of times we've gotten away from it being necessary to make a first impression. We think that from our history that we've come so far that we've earned the right to do whatever we want to do. But at the same time, we have to understand that there's a responsibility in freedom. Freedom of speech, freedom of presentation, freedom in whatever it is that you do. There's a responsibility that comes with it because it has an effect on people that are coming in contact with you.
That's right.
So with that being said, how did you get involved in the tattooing business? How long you been involved? What was your inspiration? That whole thing.
Well, as far as how I got here, it started off with art. You know, I was always doing art since I was a kid. You know, my mother, it just runs in the family.
Okay.
She always made it possible for me to have something to draw on at all times when I was a kid.
Nice.
Made sure I went to art schools, made sure...
What school did you go to?
I started off at Art and Design High School. But
Wait, hold. You know Joseph Grant?
I don't remember a lot of names from
Okay.
back then. That was a long time ago.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be big. All right, continue. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Continue. So moms gave you the sketch pad, you went to art and design. You always had something to draw on.
Always.
Okay.
It was just an outlet. It was an outlet. I started painting, and I wanted to be like a real good painter at one point.
Okay.
But to do that, you need canvases, you need paint all the time. And, you know, we didn't really have it like that back in the day. So
okay.
I wanted to do other things that would kind of like make money. So like later on in life, I could sit back and paint and just live that artist life that, you know, there's a story about the starving artist. You know, they always tell you, if you're going to be an artist, you're probably going to be starving. You know what I'm saying? You need to go out there and get a 9-to-5, a regular job. But, so I figured, you know, let me do the music route. I got into music, did that for a couple of years, but that wasn't paying. I was a single father. So I had to find another way to make sure my kids got fed. So I ended up going the corporate route for a long time. worked in investments at JP Morgan Chase, import and export for the airport, JFK. And then eventually it just led me back to art at some point. Like I realized that wasn't for me. I was never happy going to work. And I just started saving up my money. And I just bought a whole lot of tattoo equipment. I didn't know how to tattoo nothing.
Wow.
I just knew how to sell it.
Wow.
Marketing and promotion was always one of my strong points. And I had people believing that I was gonna have a shop and all of that before I even had it. But eventually it came through. I had an opportunity from my man, Al Fliction from Season 1 Ink Master. He was like the first Black and Puerto Rican artist to be on the show.
Right.
He had a billboard in the city. Again, my mother came into play. She was friends with like somebody that he knew. And they brought me his business card one day. And I started texting him. Me and him had like a relationship through text messages for like 2 years. Eventually I got in the shop. I started managing in 6 months. And from there, I learned how to tattoo and it just took off from there.
Wow. Wow. Yo, I am thoroughly impressed. At the same time, I'm a little shocked.
Why is that?
And I'm gonna explain why.
Mm-hmm.
Like you gonna get some real good footage here tonight, player. Because this is some real like intellectual property here.
No doubt.
The reason why I asked you about Joe Grant,
Mm-hmm.
Joe Grant is, I could almost say my best friend, type of buddies, my oldest friend. Same exact story.
Right.
Not a tattoo artist,
Mm-hmm.
but the same exact story.
Okay.
He's now the ambassador of arts and culture for the 36th district
Wow.
with Councilman Robert Cornegie
Okay.
for Bedford-Stuyvesant and Crown Heights.
Okay.
We just came in contact with Caesar from Black Ink,
Mm-hmm.
and we get ready to do the art walk.
Okay.
I definitely need you involved with that.
I'm with it. Sounds good.
It's amazing how your story is so compelling because I heard it before.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas that's a part of what this platform is about as well. When we were growing up, our parents didn't understand the artistic mind as far as visual art, musical art, culinary art.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't see the earning capability.
Right.
So what you was taught was get a good education so you can get a good job and that's it. No questions asked.
Right.
Fortunately, you had the kind of mother that saw something in you enough to invest, whether it was a box of crayons or a fountain pen. You know what I mean? But it took my boy almost 42 years old before he could even mouth the words, I'm an artist.
Right.
You was a corporate man.
Mm-hmm.
You was everything but
Yep.
what you were designed to be.
Everything but.
You was everything but what you was put on this earth to be. And it takes so many trials and tribulations, hills and valleys to finally get to that point where you can say, this is what I am. Because once you, it's almost like an addict. They say the only way to deal with being an addict is to admit you're an addict.
Right.
So the only way to be successful in your craft is to admit you are what you say you are, what you believe you are, what you was designed to be.
That's right.
So that starving artist story, I heard it before.
Mm-hmm.
As far as if you're an artist, you're expected to wear a tam and be a beatnik and you're on drugs and it's just a sick situation.
Yeah.
And what happened is we got into the mindset to put style behind art. You know, we did the campaign, I am an artist, but it was put inside of a heart. So it was like, I am an artist, I love artists. You see what I'm saying? And that continuously moved and began to grow, which gave us the contacts and connections with so many different people to get to this point. Like just being open enough to see that you was doing something worthwhile. Mm-hmm. And now we here, and whatever this relationship turns into, it started from just an inclination of a feeling that
That's right.
they doing something.
Right.
I'm doing something. And I never wanted a favor. You feel me? It's like you got business, I got business, let's do business.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? So with that being said, we got Salt in the building. I'm impressed, man. I'm impressed. I like our brothers doing what it is that other people think they can't do. And don't let the smooth taste fool you. And don't let the thug look misconstrue you. It's not what you think it is. It only is what it is. This is Real and the Real Experience. We got new music from my man Paul Douglas. Y'all hold your head and feel this one. Paul Douglas, California, stand up, y'all. Y'all know what it is. Real and the Real Experience. Wah, 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 side, baby.